It's here, guys. Spooky season is finally here. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the 12 must-play horror games during the Halloween season. These games are my favorite to play this time of year. My name is Ghostlink. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. I post videos like this every single week. With that being said, feel free to sit back, relax, and let's dive into it. The first game we're going to talk about today is Blair Witch. This game is so good. So this is a first-person psychological horror game set in the creepy Black Hills forest. You play as Ellis, a former police officer searching for a missing boy. With your dog Bullet, you'll face supernatural terrors, eerie puzzles, and the darkness of Ellis's troubled mind, all tied to the legend of the Blair Witch. So yeah, this game definitely gives fall time vibes, mainly because of the forest it takes place in, and it's definitely creepy as well. Like sometimes, I gotta take off my headphones just to make sure those sounds are happening in real life. The sound design is top tier, and a pretty fun fact, Bloober Team, which is the team that made this game, are the same devs that made the Silent Hill 2 remake. This game is not only spooky, but it's a great time. I definitely recommend adding this one to your list. Number 2 is DreadOut 2. The DreadOut series is super underrated. My girlfriend actually just beat the first one, and she loved it. So this is a third-person horror game from Indonesia, where you play as Linda, a high school girl with the power to sense and fight ghosts using her smartphone. She explores a haunted town, battles terrifying supernatural creatures, and uncovers dark secrets tied to her past. So this one's on this list, mainly because of the creepy school that it takes place in. I don't know what it is, but schools and Halloween just go together. Now I will say, the first DreadOut game was good, but the second one is my favorite. And a pretty fun fact, DreadOut 3 is in the works, and that's gonna be awesome. So yeah, if you're into Asian horror, as well as folklore, I highly recommend checking this one out. Number 3 is Pumpkin Jack. So yeah, even though this is not a horror game, I still want to add a few games that are Halloween themed to this video. And this one is definitely one of my favorites. So this game is a 3D action platformer where you play as Jack, the mythical pumpkin lord. Sent by the devil, you jump, fight, and puzzle your way through spooky levels, filled with monsters and traps, all within a chaotic, colorful, Halloween themed world. Dude, I don't even know where to begin. This game is just awesome. It's so fun. I love 3D platformers as well as Halloween, and this game is the perfect blend of both worlds. It's so fun, and it definitely hits the Halloween vibes. And the graphics and performance are good on the Switch 1, as well as the Switch 2. And what I really enjoy about this game as well, is how smooth the controls are. It's very satisfying. If you haven't played this game yet, go do it, because you're gonna love it. Number 4, the Mortuary Assistant. This game is terrifying, I'll just tell you that much right now. So this is a first-person horror game, where you work the night shift at a mortuary. While preparing bodies for embalming, you face terrifying, supernatural events. So this game, I actually first played on PC, and it was great there. Although I will say, on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, it kind of feels more like a PS2 game, which is not a bad thing. They kind of just dumbed down the graphics a little bit, which in my opinion is actually pretty cool, because it kind of feels like a retro game. And this game's on this list due to its dark and creepy atmosphere. This is a game that you want to play with the lights off, late at night. If you're looking for a game that ignites true horror, this is it. I definitely recommend adding this one to your list. Number 5 is Fatal Frame 4 and 5. I'm a huge fan of Japanese horror, and these games definitely hit the spot, and they're perfect for this time of year. So this is a survival horror game where a group of girls return to a mysterious island to recover lost memories. Using the camera obscura, a special camera that captures spirits, they explore haunted locations, battle ghosts, and uncover dark secrets behind the island's curse. So yeah, these games are on this list, mainly because of the dark and moody atmosphere. And I will say, these games are gorgeous. The settings, the character designs, the music, this is top tier Japan horror. Now they're not the most terrifying games, but they're definitely creepy. It's all about the atmosphere and the story. These are perfect rainy day games. If you've never played these games before, I highly recommend adding them to your list. Number 6 is RetroRealms, Halloween, and Ash vs. Evil Dead. Dude, these games are so sick. So this is a fast-paced 16-bit pixel art platformer where you play as the horror icon, Michael Myers. You can slice through eerie levels, inspired by the Halloween films, battle twisted bosses, collect power-ups, and dive into a retro arcade hub for some spooky fun. So yeah, of course I had to add this game into it, because dude, you get to play as Michael Myers in a platform game. That is so cool. Now when I first got this game I was like, alright, let's see how crappy it is. It should be cool, it's alright, it's whatever. Well yeah, I will say, these games are so fun, and a great platformer. And what's cool too is that they actually stick to the films. There's a lot of references, and not to mention, I'm also a huge Evil Dead fan. So this game was a win-win. A great double feature. If you're into platformers, you're gonna love this one, so go check it out. Number 7, Layers of Fear. And I got the special edition. One second. Boom! There's the special edition for Layers of Fear. This game is one of the best horror games of all time, a beloved gem in the horror community. So this is a first-person psychological horror game where you play as a painter who is slowly losing his mind. As you explore his ever-changing mansion, you uncover disturbing memories and secrets while the world twists around you. So yeah, this one's on this list mainly because of its cozy vibes. Now of course it's a horror game, but there's many horror games out there that give that cozy vibe, and this one is flooded with it. The mansion is beautiful, and it looks and runs so good on the Switch, as well as the Switch 2. With the music and the rain and the whole atmosphere, this definitely gives Halloween vibes. And I will say, this game will definitely trip you out and mess with your head. This is another one that I definitely recommend checking out. Number 8 is Death Mark. And I got the special edition as well. One second. Boom! There's the special edition for Death Mark. This is another amazing, underrated series. So this is a Japanese horror adventure game where people are cursed with a strange mark and are doomed to die. You play as a man with a mark who explores haunted places, solves puzzles, and faces terrifying spirits to uncover the truth and survive. So yeah, this game is hands down the best interactive visual novel I've ever played. The art is amazing and the story really keeps you hooked, and the sound design is very immersive as well. The atmosphere in this game definitely gives fall and winter vibes, and I will say, there's some pretty good jump scares in this one. It's definitely creepy. If you're into horror interactive visual novels, you gotta play this one. You're gonna love it. Number 9 is Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3. I'm a huge fan of Luigi's Mansion, and a pretty fun fact, the third game was released on Halloween back in 2019. So this game is a fun ghost hunting adventure where Luigi explores multiple spooky mansions. Using his poltergeist vacuum, he captures ghosts, solves puzzles, and looks for pieces of the shattered dark moon to restore peace to Evershade Valley. So I will admit, Luigi's Mansion 2 is my favorite and always will be. Number 3 was good, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to the overall charm and sense of adventure, number 2 hits the spot. And both of these games definitely carry that Halloween vibe. And what's pretty cool too is that the third game is actually co-op, so they're great choices if you're having a Halloween party or a gathering. If you haven't played these games yet, you're definitely missing out. Number 10 is the Resident Evil Origins Collection. So I know it's pretty bold to say, but I will admit, Resident Evil 0 is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. So this is a survival horror game that follows Rebecca Chambers and Billy Cohen, trapped in a zombie outbreak. They must work together, solve puzzles, fight monsters, and uncover the origins of the Umbrella Corporation's deadly virus. So yeah, these games are on this list because these are my favorite games to play during the fall and winter seasons. I can replay these games over and over and never get tired of it. And these games definitely carry that cozy vibe, especially in the beginning of Resident Evil 0 when you're on the train and it's raining outside. That's a total vibe. I love it. And what's cool too is that you can still find this collection for a pretty good price, for around $30. Anyways, if you haven't played these games yet, I definitely recommend doing so, because you're gonna love it. Number 11 is Death or Treat. So yes, I know, in my last video, I completely bashed all over this game, but I will say, I finally played it on the Switch 2, and yes, it's good to go now. I'm so glad that I still have it. And I completely changed my mind, because this game is awesome, and it's definitely playable on the Switch too. On the Switch one, not so much. So this is a 2D action roguelike hack and slash game where you play as Scary, a ghost who owns a candy shop in Halloween Town. When Halloween spirit fades due to corporate takeover, he sets out to restore the town's festive energy. So yeah, like I said, on the Switch 1, this game did not run good, but now on the Switch 2, it's definitely playable and it's super fun. Now I'm only about an hour or two into it, but I will say it's definitely filled with Halloween charm, and the story's really good too. I'm actually very surprised by how well they did with the whole Halloween vibes. The town names, the characters, even the UI. It's very well done. If you're looking for a good Halloween platformer, this is it. And last, but not least, is the game that I have digitally, and that game is Outlast, Whistleblower. This game is definitely the most scariest game on this list, and definitely one of the most scariest games I've ever played. So this is a first-person survival horror game. It serves as both a prequel and a sequel, expanding on the events of the original game. So yeah, like I was saying, this game is terrifying. And what's pretty cool too is that this game is not too long. So if you're having like a Halloween party or a Halloween gathering, and you guys want to play something pretty scary, this is a great choice. It's about 2 hours long. It's straightforward and definitely creepy. And the characters in the plot are really good too. This game, in my opinion, actually ties together the whole Outlast trilogy. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but once you guys get close to the end, you guys are in for a wild ride. So go check it out. And like always, we got a bonus game, and that game is Goosebumps, Terror in Little Creek. Dude, this game is so cool, and definitely floods you with nostalgia, but we'll get to that in a minute here. So in this game you play as a teenager, and all this creepy stuff starts happening in your town, and now it's up to you and your friends to figure out what's going on and how to stop it. So yeah, like I was saying, this game is really good and definitely floods you with nostalgia, mainly because it really takes you back. It kind of makes you feel like a kid again during Halloween time, when you're out with your friends, going on adventures, and the sun just set, but it's not quite dark yet, and the streetlights just came on. You know what feeling I'm talking about? Well yeah, this game definitely hits that spot. Now of course it's not that scary, it's mainly catered for kids, but it's definitely fun for all ages. And on the Switch too, it runs very, very smooth. This is a great pick up and play horror game. If you're looking for some simple spooky fun, this is it. So go play it, because you're gonna love it. Alright, well there you have it. There's 12 must-play horror games during the Halloween season. If you guys have more recommendations, let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please subscribe. With that being said, hope you guys have an amazing day and a fun and spooky Halloween season. And God bless, and Jesus loves you. Peace.